from PUKU Ridge here in South Luangwa National Park in Zambia. I'm just enjoying my plunge pool and watching some baboons who are probably also watching me. Right now the greatest risk, the thing I'm most concerned about is them throwing elephant poop at me. But I obviously want to address COVID because a lot of people are wondering, why would you be traveling during a pandemic? And the reason I chose to come to Zambia is because Zambia was letting Americans in, but that's with a negative COVID test. So in order to fly here, I had to have a negative COVID test within 72 hours of my departure time. And they check that when you're boarded, they check it when you're checking in, they check it when you're boarding. And in the case of Zambia, immigration checks it when you arrive. So when I flew here on the flight into Zambia, into Lusaka, I had to fill out a health form that indicated where I have been, who I've come in contact with, if I had any symptoms, which I don't, as well as I had to put down where I'm going to be staying, for how long, my emergency contact, and I think that's just so they can track people moving in and around the country, which that gives me peace of mind. In terms of numbers, another reason I came to Zambia was if you look at Zambia's population of about, there's baboons, 18 million, that's similar to New York's population of 18 million, but Zambia has 335 reported deaths. New York has like 32,000. And you might argue that they're doing more testing there. I've seen testing here in Zambia and it's easy to get. In fact, I need another COVID test in order to fly again. And I was able to just go online and pick a slot, and I'll show up actually tomorrow and pay $100 and get my COVID test, and within 48 hours I'll have results. That's actually an American organization who is doing that in Lusaka. Within Zambia, they are doing so much to raise awareness about COVID-19. There are signs everywhere saying these are the symptoms, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. And what's really neat is that not only do they have hand sanitizer everywhere, they have people whose job it is to spray hand sanitizer into your hands. Before I go into the airport where they check my temperature, there's someone with hand sanitizer, and it's not up to me to walk over and pump the hand sanitizer and make sure I use it. You hold out your hands within a safe distance, and of course they're masked, and they spray it into your hands, so they're watching you and making sure you sanitize your hands. And if you don't do that, guess what? You don't get inside. And within Zambia, the government has mandated all indoor spaces, public spaces, you have to have a mask on or a face covering. They're also doing, I think there's no gatherings of more than 5 people allowed. So they are taking this seriously, just as seriously, if not more serious than other places I've been since the pandemic started. And that includes Chicago, Denver, Tucson, Arizona, Montana, Dubai. I've been all over Portugal for 2 months. And here, I've gotten my temperature taken more in the past 5 days than I have in the last 5 months, which to some people they might find it annoying. It gives me peace of mind. Guess what? They're checking my temperature, they're checking other guest temperatures, and they're checking employee temperatures. For example, at the lodge here where I'm staying, employees have to wear a mask or a face shield, which I like that they have that option, because with the face shield I can see them smile, and when they're talking to me it's more animated and the communication is just better. So I appreciate that. And what's neat about this particular lodge, and if you get a chance to stay at a property, whether it's on safari or whatnot, look at national park properties, because the staff here is staying on site. So they're not going into town, they're not mingling or socializing or interacting with hundreds of dozens of people. It's just the 15 staff or so who are here, and then in this case I'm the only guest. So obviously that's very conducive to social distancing. Not that if there were other guests here, there's only 5 tents and we are spaced out. The tables in the dining area are 2 meters apart. And even if there weren't any guests here, they still are following the protocol of sanitizing all high touch point surfaces every 3 to 4 hours. So it's about 3 to 4 times a day, and that includes handrails, doorknobs, light switches. So it's a full-time job sanitizing things, regardless of whether there's 1 guest here or 20. Fortunately, there's only 1.